Little bear, what are you doing?
I'm doing some gardening. I'm planting some flowers. But
He's out there in the garden, and it's kind of weird that he's planting previously cut flowers. Like, that just feels like he doesn't quite understand how biology works. But then at the same time, like, at least he is out. You know, he's out the house. He's not sitting at home on his iPad. He's not sitting at home wasting time making YouTube videos about a show that no one watches anymore, you know? He's out. He's literally touching grass, actually. You know, respect. And I just kind of get the feeling that if the mum sort of responds in a heavy-handed way to what he's doing, then because he thinks he's doing something kind of probably quite good, quite wholesome chungus, you know, then he's gonna snap. But let's find out what happens next.
Look at you. You're soaking wet. Go and change.
no, I'm not coming in yet. I haven't finished.
Yes, you are, or you'll catch cold.
Oh, he doesn't look happy there. Oh, he doesn't look happy at all. He looks mad now. He looks proper angry right there. He looks like he's about to flip a switch. You know, he looks like mad. So I wonder if this is going to be the point where he explodes, you know, because he looks really angry. I think the mum has kind of been a little bit heavy-handed, you know, and like I said, I think he was expecting her to be like sort of impressed in a way by what he's doing, that he's sort of taking care of nature, and like I think that's why he's frustrated. And in a way, like, could the mum not just sort of let him finish, you know? Because I mean, to respect the little brown bear, like he's actually wearing a rain jacket and a hat, you know, which is actually quite responsible for like what's essentially a little kid, you know. So he has taken some precautions, and he is doing something. I know it's pointless to plant cut flowers, but like in his mind, it's like a good thing. I don't think he's been that bad so far. Okay, I know because of the popularity of the show, I know there's gonna be like a point where he snaps, and I'll look dumb for saying this, but like so far he hasn't been that bad, you know. He's been like, all right.
I don't want to take my boots off.
Now listen, that is enough.
You're so horrible. Really horrible.
Oh, he really went there. Oh my God. He really went. You can't do that. You can't call your own mum horrible. What's going on with these shows? Why are these kids so malicious? And like, I think that's worse than anything Caillou ever did. I don't think Caillou ever actually directly called out his parents. Bad bear. You're a bad bear. You can't do that. No, that's bad.
No, you're the one who's horrible. Now calm down, little bear. I've got
Sassy.
work to do.
This mum got sass. That's crazy, though. This woman played the Uno reverse card on her own son. Firstly, that's kind of based because, like, the kid is acting, like, unacceptably. And it's sort of like, I completely get that impulse to kind of think, like, you know, they call it taste of your own medicine. To give someone a taste of their own medicine. You know, you call me horrible, I'll do it back to you. But then again, at the same time, like, as a parenting method, like, that ain't gonna cut it, you know? Now I've seen her do that, I understand why Little Brown Bear is the way that he is. You know, if that's gonna be your role model, is someone calling you horrible, and like, he is acting horrible, so like, that's why I kind of said it is kind of based that like she said that, because like, everyone's thinking it, and she's kind of speaking what was what was on our minds already. But at the same time, like, you shouldn't be, as a parent, you have to do better, you know? As a parent, you should be sitting your child down, waiting until they calm down, you know, and then giving them time and space to reflect, and maybe then later they come to you with an apology, you know? And then there's also some kind of, you can have some kind of sanction too, so then that they know, the child knows that, you know, they've done the wrong thing. But just to play the Uno reverse card is not going to be effective, and it sets a bad role model, actually. Because remember, I think people seem to think with all these shows, you know, with Caillou, with Horrid Henry, with Little Brown Bear, that they're just watched by kids, and that's just not true. You know, these kids are viewed by millions of parents too. If you look at a show like Bluey, Bluey is designed for like toddlers, I think. It's designed for like super young kids. But at the same time, you have the Bluey subreddit that has 500,000 members, you know, so it's appealing to adults too. All of these shows, and especially the really successful ones, they're successful because, you know, it's the adult that's actually choosing what their child is watching. So this is setting a pretty bad example, not only to kids with the way that Little Brown Bear is acting, but also to parents, because, like, that's no way to parents. And I do have to say, this episode is going to have, like, the most epic resolution ever, and have, like, the best writing ever, for there to be, like, any kind of semblance of a positive message here, you know, because so far it's just been, like, it's just been a bit of a downer, you know. It just seems like a child and his mother who just don't like each other, like, at all. And, like, we've done, like, the episode super short. It's only 3 minutes. We've done the majority of the episode now. So, like, we're going to have to see some, like, Oscar-level writing to sort of tie this thing in together to give it, like, the positive ending that, you know, it should have as a kid's show. But, yeah, on to the next one.
Oh, a little bear who's all changed.
Oh, I just noticed something there. Did anyone else notice that? So I just noticed when he came into the room, I'm just going to put that back. He looked very downbeat, you know, he looked despondent, he looked downcast. Yes, I know a lot of adjectives beginning with D, you know, smash like. But he came in downcast. I reckon he came in and he was ready to show some remorse here, you know. He looks guilty. He looks like he's done something wrong. He knows he's done something wrong. And I feel like the space is there for him to then apologize to his mum, you know. And it might take a little prompts from the mother, you know. The mum might need to say something like, Little Brown Bear, is there anything you want to say to me? You know, just something as simple as that. Then he can apologize, you know, and then they can move on. It reminds me actually of that episode of The Simpsons. It's the one where, I can't remember the name, Bart gets sent to his room, and I feel like Bart sort of had an epiphany that, like, this is his time to improve, you know. I think he even says, like, in his inner monologue, it's kind of like, wow, like, my parents really mean it this time, you know. I can't go on being a slacker. I can't go on misbehaving. I can't go on, you know, doing the bad things that he does. And then Homer comes in and, like, slips him some pizza under the door or something, you know. And Bart's epiphany and his sort of resolution that will change his ways just gets, like, completely thrown in the trash. I can't remember what episode that is, so if you do remember, let me know in the comments, because I'd love to rewatch that one. It's such a good episode, but it totally reminds me of Little Brown Bear here, and the mum is totally acting like Homer Simpson. But yeah, it definitely feels like a missed opportunity. Anyway, I have faith that the writers are going to confound me and stun me and, like, actually end this well. So let's see out this episode now. Okay, next clip.
My little bear like a piece of apple pie by any chance?
I would. He's tucking in. Okay, so I don't think there's going to be that resolution I was hoping for. You know, he's come in, she's offered him some apple pie. And, like, in a way, that's sort of every kid's dream, isn't it? Like, you misbehave, you mess around, and then you get rewarded for behaving badly, you know? In a way, it's every kid's dream. But in a sense, like, as you grow up, you become so grateful that, like, you didn't have that sort of upbringing. Because that just, like, you can't have that upbringing and, like, not become, like, a super spoiled, super entitled, like, adult, you know? It's genuinely just, like, it's not actually possible for that to happen. So you become grateful that, like, you did grow up and have sanctions when you misbehaved, you know. And in a way, this does actually sort of remind me a little bit of, like, a toxic relationship. Because the thing with toxic relationships, like, they're not, I think people sort of have maybe a bit of a misconception in that they're just, like, bad, like, all the time, like, everything is bad, everything is negative. But then my understanding is that a relationship can sort of be toxic, and then at the same time, like, it will be something like this, you know, where something bad happens, something big happens, and then, you know, you just move on, and it's like it hasn't happened, you know. I think with toxic relationships, you know, lots of stuff sort of gets swept under the carpet, and that's definitely what's happening here. But yeah, I think we should definitely, I think, one more clip just to see if this mythic resolution, which I'm still praying for, please happen. Please, can the writers prove me wrong? We'll do one more clip and then we'll leave it there.
Oh, look, Mommy. The sun is out now.
There we go. Okay, so yeah, we're done now. Clearly the ending I wanted isn't going to happen. I think we'll leave it there because we've seen the memes, we've seen the drama, we've seen the explosion, of anger. We've seen the Uno reverse card played by his mum. And yeah, it's been good. It looks like it's quite an interesting show, actually. I like the fact the episodes are so short because it means that you can really sort of dig into them. You know, in a 3-minute episode, you can really go deep with the analysis because there's not much there. Let me know in the comments if it's something you'd like me to look at again. So maybe, because I'm kind of into, you know, looking at Horrid Henry and Caillou as well, maybe we could do like a 3-way comparison. Caillou, Horrid Henry, and then Brown Bear, you know, and it could be like who's the most horrid, you know, that kind of thing. You know, that could be fun. So let me know in the comments if that's something you're interested in. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I really appreciate your time. I know there's loads of great content out there on YouTube, so thank you for sticking with me. And snipe, snap, snap out. Got there in the end. Cheers. Been a long day. Nice one.